Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to anywhere you are at all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you are at all over the world. There's a restaurant where I used to work, and they will tell you that it is lunchtime somewhere right now. It is dinner time at the same time somewhere right now. It is also a breakfast time too at somewhere right now. That's the reason why when you are recording a podcast or a YouTube channel of this nature, you need to be able to give cognizance to any place P, any hour H, any time T, where P, T, E equals those parameters. Today's video is going to be about, the title of the video is going to be we agree anybody. We agree anybody. We agree anybody. It's a slogan in Nigerian Pidgin English, which says that we agree Oyibo Pepe. We agree misogynist. We agree anybody. We agree those racial unfriendly people. Anything that we agree means it's a slogan in Nigeria which says that we agree anybody. And Nigerian security agencies capitalized on it yesterday. And when the capitalization they did on it was that the police says that there is a sentiment inside Nigeria where if somebody use we agree anybody, which means we're going to bar, that is a sentiment within the establishment that can become dangerous. But the military say during intelligence, as an intelligence briefing, we agree nobody means that we agree bandit, we agree violent, we agree kidnappers, we agree terrorists, we agree those old fraternity that don't mean those old fraternity that don't mean those cults. We agree them. So I'm just trying to tell you that was breaking news over there in Nigeria today. And after having said that very quickly as an introduction, I'm going to try and go into what to call the reason for this podcast today was because a week ago I had a recording that was strictly trying to introduce my constituency, that if you guys need to write a book, you can call on me. So today is going to be something that we're going to take further we're going to take it further. That having made a promise last week. What we're going to do this week is that we're going to try and capitalize another spin that I didn't add to the last nuggets, which is going to be the fact that for any of us, whether the women, the people of African descendants, or the community of color, or people struggling with STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, or those who are struggling with those LGBTQ plus, those are my constituency. I will continue to ask those people that I have their back, and as such, I'm asking them to come and have my back because of my love for them. I want them to spread their love for me too. Going forward, I want them to start spreading their love to me. So So to come and spread their love to me, it means that there's going to be a love that I want from them. And is this thing working at all? I don't think it's working. I want to say that. So I think is that better now? So I may have just butchered all my recording. Let me just go back to my grand scheme of things, my script. The title of this novel today is "We Gree Anybody." We gree Oyibo pepper them. I am taking to determine among those people. When I say we gree anybody, but I'm calling the following nuggets into order: the Delta Sigma Theater Sorority Incorporated. It's a woman fraternity. It's a woman sorority that was in historically black institutions in the United States. I have a big girl in that fraternity that is going to help me to showcase my book to sisters, the Soros. Then I personally am coming from the angle of the men angle. As a matter of fact, this could just be an opportunity to define something. And what we're going to define now is going to be say, okay, in the context of the sorority, in the context of the sorority or the fraternity, we can now use it. This is going to be very, very concise. Let's hope that the sorority represents Erede Nokboko Yeyeo. We also can push the button to the left and say the Kegite represent the Ihoho from Ehoi. Why the Erede Nokboko is from Use. So there is it. You always come across this what you call the they call it the duality. So there's a struggle between the men and the women have not been able to get to a level where they can become very, very as powerful as men. The men are not really powerful. It's just that one or two or three of them are misogynistic and they are holding on to power. A lot of the men are in the middle there. So as you can see, the Kegites wants to restore the dignity as far back as the dignity of the people of African descent. That is the basis on that which I, after joining the fraternity, I saw that call attraction. And I believe too that my sidekick that I just talked about, that was said, it was in the fraternity of the Delta Sigma Theater Sorority, may have pumped the same iron and said that she was going to represent the women adult suffrage. So having said that, the main topic for today, as you can see, is that we are going to try and say that for me to be successful, for you to be successful, as you can see now, even in the political realm, there is constantly this idea of saying that taking the pause, the heartbeat of Americans in the political arena in Iowa that is coming up on Monday. The pause there is that they're constantly saying that there is a front runner, and they continue to say that when you go out there and do a gallop poll, he's running ahead of other people. So I have come to this conclusion that unless we as a people who almost got thrown under the bus start thinking about survey and give it a lot of credence, we might be losing out on things we're not supposed to lose out on. Well, let me do one thing. Let me see, just a minute. It's still going. So the introduction was the last channel I spoke, joining me to launch the book of the journey. This is about one of the people community. I already defined that. So the survey today, which I'm capitalizing on, which is going to be the meat of this recording today, is that you're going to go purchase a software. There's one software they call the Survey Crafter. It's very old. I've already used it for a long period of time. There's something called Survey Monkey. But I'm going to try and use Survey Monkey and buy my way into having a Survey Monkey and then key in some more information in there and take the pause. It's unfortunate that's the direction that humanity is going. The pause. So if you are not taking the pause or the survey, you may be missing out on what the survey is. It's individualistic, but